Jayson Tatum has already emerged as one of the very best basketball players in the NBA. Now, mind you, this man has only just finished his 4th season in the league, and he's only 23 years of age. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and break down my guy, Jayson Tatum.
Batman, what? Batman, yeah. Batman, hey, Batman, what? Mr. Never use a gap, man, yeah. Never turn like a Batman.
Yo, what is going on? This is your boy A1 Hoops back up in your notification box with another video. And before we go ahead and get started, make sure you take a look at that screen and follow me on all these social media platforms for daily hoop content. Now today we are about to start discussing my boy Jayson Tatum. I'm going to be breaking down his game and all that, and I mean, to be honest, this shouldn't be a surprise. You clicked on the video, so you already knew what we was about to be talking about. But on a more serious note, the leaps and bounds that Jayson Tatum has taken from season to season has been nothing short of sensational, and it hasn't been talked about as much as it should be. And that's exactly what this video is for. Now I know if you're watching this video, you must have seen the picture of Jayson Tatum looking like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson out here. I mean, it's right on the screen if you haven't, but this man has just been in the lab, getting bigger, getting stronger. He's already displayed the quickness, the speed, and the skill set to score at a high level, but I guess this is just the next step of his development. Now, speaking of development in particular, let's go ahead and just marvel at what he's been able to do in every single season of his young career, because he's taken tremendous leaps and strides as a basketball player in every season he's played so far. In his rookie season, he would come out solid, averaging 13, 1, and 5. In his next season, he would take a step forward and average 15, 2, and 6. The year after that, he would average 23, 3, and 7. And the season that just concluded, my man JT put up an astonishing 26 points per game, 4.3 assists, along with 7.4 rebounds per contest. Now, most of these stats and increases between each season are simply a result of the work that he puts in. If you don't put the work in, you're simply not going to get better. And Jayson Tatum isn't one that lacks work ethic, and that shows clear as day in his skill set. Now, let's take a look at something I would like to call playoff rising. Now, this is a well-known term, but basically that means you get better in the playoffs, because as we know, as basketball fans, the playoffs count more than the regular season. Like, come on now. Now on the screen, I have Jayson Tatum's scoring output from the regular season transitioned into that corresponding season's playoff run. In the 2018 season, he put up 13 points per game. He upped that to 18.5 in the playoffs. In 2019, he was dropping 15 for the reg, and in the offs, pretty much did the same. In 2020, he went from averaging 23.4 points per game in the regular season to an astonishing 25.7 in that playoff run. In the regular season of last year, he averaged 26.4 points per game, and he upped that to 13.6 points per game in the playoffs. So as you can see, for the most part, my guy JT is that guy in the offs, and that's when it matters most. Now, speaking of being that guy, look no further than last year's playoffs. In the 2021 playoffs first round against the Brooklyn Nets, my guy Jayson Tatum went on for 50 points and basically carried the Celtics to take a game against the big three Brooklyn Nets, something that no one ever saw coming. Now, speaking of being the man, let's just go ahead and take a look at how Jayson Tatum impacts his basketball team. Jayson Tatum spent 797 minutes on the bench last season, and in those 797 minutes, the Boston Celtics ranked 27th in offense with an offensive rating of 107.4, which is completely terrible. However, once Jayson Tatum checks into the game, in the 2,290 minutes that he did play, the Boston Celtics were ranked 5th in the entire NBA in offense with an offensive rating of 117. When it comes to net rating, in the 797 minutes that Jayson Tatum spent on the bench, the Boston Celtics on average were getting outscored by 3.3 points, which is 24th in the entire NBA. However, once Jayson Tatum is on that floor, it completely reverses, and now they're up 3.18 on average, which is 8th in the entire NBA. Now, you might be wondering why he has such a great impact on his team, and that's simply because Jayson Tatum is a walking bucket. His skill set is one of the best in the league. He's elite at all three levels when it comes to scoring the ball. He can dribble and handle like a 2 guard despite being 6'10". He's elite at shooting the 3 ball. He shot about 38% last season, and he's simply elite at finishing at the basket. Just last season, he finished 73.1% of his shots at the rim, which rivals peak Shaq in terms of finishing percentages at the basket. Now, mind you, this is not some grown man. Jayson Tatum is only in year 4, yet he's doing things that we have not seen very often in NBA history. His career trajectory is honestly unreal and unheard of. On the screen, I got a graphic for you made by yours truly, and I give a brief comparison to Jayson Tatum to other players at year 4 in their careers. I have him compared to Paul George, Kevin Durant, and Paul Pierce, 3 other players who are great 3-level scorers, also great wings. And if you take a look at the numbers, Jayson Tatum has better or at least rivals everyone here, which crystallizes my point about him having unrivaled potential as a basketball player. Now, when we talk about my guy JT, one thing that I've noticed is we almost never give my man any love for how clutch he truly is. Now, when it comes to JT, he literally has every skill set that you can think of in the book. His 1 dribble pull up, 2 dribble pull up, he hits the free throws, he's elite from the 3-point line, he's elite at driving to the basket and finishing. And these are the things that make him dangerous and unstoppable in the clutch. The fact that he's refined such a large skill set is literally what makes him so lethal in those moments. Now, on the screen, I have the facts laid out for y'all because I know y'all don't want me to just talk about it, y'all want me to be about it and show you. Now, the NBA defines clutch as the final 5 minutes score within 5. In these type of situations, Jayson Tatum shot 36 of 80 for a percentage of 45%, which is better than Kawhi, LeBron, Curry, KD, and Kyrie Irving. In the last minute, so 1 minute left in the game, score within 3, he shot 12 of 21 in those situations for a percentage of 57. Also, believe it or not, if we break down his scoring by the quarter, Jayson Tatum actually shot the most efficient in the 4th quarter. He shot 47.5% from the field in the 4th, which is the best of any quarter. And also, he shot 47% from 3 in the 4th quarter. Now, with all that being said, I don't want it to get lost. The fact that this man is only 23 years of age and he has just finished his 4th season in the NBA, and he already has a basketball feel, an IQ, and a skill set that we haven't seen in quite some time. He literally just finished averaging 26 points per game. He's already a solid defender, especially off ball and in the passing lanes. But at the age of only 23, as far as a weakness is concerned, the only one I can think of off the top of my head is playmaking and passing. Those 2 things he just has to get a bit better at. He's not the best playmaker, not the best passer, but those things will come with age and experience. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, the man is only 23. Yet he already has these skills and potential to be one of the very best basketball players the game has ever seen. It's all uphill from here. But with that out of the way, that was the video. Definitely leave a like button and subscribe if you haven't. It really does go a long way. And with that being said, this is A1 Hoop signing off. I love you all. Have a good one.